The kingdom is in danger. Hordes of villains and creatures are coming to resurrect and unleash the powerful Unhallowed. The Unhallowed will consume the entire world if they're brought back, but don't worry, as 4 brave adventurers stand in their way. This is Set a Watch, which was designed by Todd Walsh and Mike Nade and published by Tabletop Tycoon, who helped sponsor this video. Hi everybody, my name is Nick Murphy of the Brothers Murph. Well, the 4 of us are ready to stand and fight, so let's get this game down to the table to go a little more in focus on Set a Watch.
Set a Watch is a co-op survival game where players will be fighting off a line of enemies every night, all while trying to not become exhausted. The game takes place over 9 rounds, with each round the players being at a different location. At the start of the round, each player will roll their dice. Each adventurer has set dice that they will roll, which is shown here on their player board. Once all players have rolled, one adventurer will have to stay back at camp and the other 3 will go out and fight. During the camp phase, the adventurer will use their dice to maintain camp and help the fighting adventurers. The player may chop wood, which will add 2 firewood to the fire. You do not want your fire to run out. If it ever reaches 0, an adventurer will have to exhaust an ability card, and if all adventurers' ability cards are exhausted, the players lose. They may also scout ahead and look at the next 2 creatures of the creature deck and put those creatures back on top of the deck or on the bottom. They may check the map and look at the top location card from the deck and the top location card from those not being used, and you'll decide which one to put back on top of the location's deck. They may play a 6 to heal one adventurer, which means they get to turn up 1 exhausted ability card. They may equip and switch an ability card on their board with an unused one. The last thing they may do is activate runes on the back of the location card. They may seal and search the discard pile for an Unhallowed, which they will move to the bottom of the Unhallowed deck. They may vanquish and take the top card of the horde and remove it from the game. Or they may bolster, and each adventurer on watch may re-roll any of their dice. Once the camp phase is completed, the other 3 adventurers will start the watch phase. At the top of the location card, it shows how many creatures to put in a face down line, in this case 6. Then depending on where the campfire is, the players will reveal either 1, 2, or 3 of those cards. Some creatures may have reveal effects, which will happen when they're turned over. Whenever a creature is defeated, you will slide cards forward and then reveal cards again. The creatures will force players to exhaust their ability cards if they're not defeated, which is shown here. Here is their health, and on the bottom of their card they may have a number of different abilities, like the Forest Giant, whose health is increased by the creature directly behind them. Players may use their dice to attack the creatures directly, or they may use their ability cards. They may put a die on a card to activate it or exhaust that card to activate it. And you're allowed to do both, so you may activate a card twice in one round. When enemies are defeated, they go to the graveyard. If a summons card ever comes out of the creature deck, you will place it in the graveyard and replace it in line with the top card of the Unhallowed deck. These creatures are much more powerful. In the final round of the game, you will have to face the Horde. During the setup, you will place 1 Unhallowed card face down to create a Horde deck. Then throughout the game, more and more cards may be added to this deck. In the final round, you will reveal them all and fight. If at the end of the final round, at least 1 adventurer has an unexhausted ability, the players win. If all abilities are ever exhausted, or if you need to draw an Unhallowed card and can't, the players lose.
Set a Watch is all about management. You're managing the creatures, managing your ability cards, and managing the campfire. You need to make sure all of these things get done and run smoothly, or else you'll quickly get overwhelmed and lose. Though every round, 1 adventurer has to stay back and work in the camp, so hopefully you can keep everything running. And if Set a Watch seems like a game you'd enjoy, make sure to check it out on tabletoptycoon.com or on its BGG page. And until next time, I've been Nick Murphy, and we've been going in focus on Set a Watch. Have a great day.